Yo, what's good, YouTube? God bless. It's your boy Sick. Praise the Lord if you're able to watch this video today. And I am back with another Bleach Rebirth for Souls character balance suggestion video for you. And this one is going to be about Grimmjow, right? So Grimmjow got hit with a lot of nerfs last patch. And I started playing him a lot recently. Well, not really a lot, but I started playing him a little bit more recently. And what I realized is that he's not as bad as people think he is. The nerfs did hurt him, but he's still definitely viable. The thing is that compared to the top tiers in this version of the patch, he is lacking. So one of the changes I want to suggest is that before, right, you had advantage after your quick attacks hit. Now you don't have advantage no more. But I'm definitely not a fan if I hit an opponent with a move that I don't have advantage to keep my pressure up. Especially when you buff defense in this game, why are we nerfing the offense on hit? That don't make no sense to me. So that's one change I would do, is change this back that I have advantage on hit. Because the only thing he can do after this now is just grab. And that's kind of whack. He can't attack after. Because if the opponent wanted to, they can attack directly back. So change that back to he has advantage on hit that a grab and an attack would beat the opponent out. So another change I'm going to suggest is that let him be able to backstep off of 2 hits of his light attack. If you don't make no other changes, right, this is crucial because it's going to add a little bit more to his offense. As it is right now, he can't backstep off his quick attack, even though it's supposed to be plus. But it's only plus enough for a grab and plus enough to frame trap into his light. But if you wanted to just go like this and backstep, you can't do that freely. You can't do it off of 1 freely. You can't do it off of 2 freely. You can only do it if you do 3. So I feel like at least off of 2, let him be able to backstep. So the next suggestion we're going to talk about is his special flash attack and the Annihilation state. So last patch, when he went Annihilation state, this was plus. This is not the case no more. This is no longer a plus. As you can see, not plus at all no more. The most he could do is do this. And that's cool, but if this is a block, you just have to straight block. Now, what I suggest going back to the plus frames and base, because the plus frames he has in Awakening. So I understand you want him to progressively get better as a character, and he shouldn't have access to every single tool, I guess, in base and Awakening. So if you want to keep this with it not being plus, here's a couple things that I suggest that you should do, right? So since this move is not plus in base at all, what you could do is, if you connect with this move, allow him to go back into that, right? And it gives him a 50-50 situation, right? You go back into this, you could combo into this, and then you have a 50-50 situation. At least let him do that if you're going to keep this move not plus in base, right? Another thing I will say is if you don't want it to combo and hit, right? Because let's look at it right now. Before, when this move used to hit, right, you would get a combo with your light attacks at least. That's not the case no more. That's not the case no more at all. You do not get a combo at all with your light attacks. As you can see, the combo restarts, right? So if you want to keep it this way in base, because even in Awakening, this is not a thing no more at all. You cannot combo after Annihilation special flash attack, right? So if you want to keep this a thing to keep him a little bit balanced, at least let him get the combo on strike back in base and in Awakening, right? It kind of don't make no sense to me that you took away the strike back application as well. That don't make no sense to me. I feel like at least if he gets a counter hit, because look, if his regular special flash attack hits counter hit, you get a combo. And the combo don't even do that much. So you have to hit the opponent a whole bunch of times to do any type of significant damage. And it was kind of like that in the last patch as well. His combos off of the special flash attack and Annihilation state, they didn't do a lot of damage, but he was a person that you kept on putting him in a knockdown situation that looped right into his special flash attack again, and then it was plus one block and so on and so forth, right? So they should kind of revert that back. Well, not revert that back, but they should definitely make it that if this move hits counter hit, like it does in base, regular hit, when you're not in Annihilation, it hits counter hit, you get a combo. You should make it back to like Annihilation state gives you a combo in counter hit, right? So as I showcase this right now, no combo. You get advantage, which is good, but you don't get no combo. I feel like on regular hit, you should get just advantage, and counter hit, you should still get the combo, at least. You should at least do that. And if you don't at least give him the combo on the counter hit, you could at least make it that if this hits counter hit, he could connect into a special flash attack to give him a plus frame situation. Instead of knocking the opponent down, he keeps him standing, and then he has a 50-50 from there. I think you should do something like that at least. Another change that I feel like has to do with his Decimation state. Either awakening or non-awakening, I don't feel like the damage, like especially non-awakening, right? When you do a combo like this, you're basically doing the same amount of damage to yourself, and you're not even doing that much damage, right? So I feel like they should reduce the amount of health that you take when you use Annihilation state. The fact that it does so much damage to yourself, and the only way that you're able to get it back is by popping a white reverse. At least with Ukiyoda, the damage that he does to himself, he has a way to get it back besides the white reverse. Grimmjow, that's not the case, and he definitely doesn't do enough damage for it to make up for it, right? So it's either you're going to increase the damage, period, right? Or you're going to decrease the damage that's taken. I feel like you should decrease the damage that's taken in base. I know you already do this when it comes to awakening, but I feel like he still does too much damage to himself in base as well, that you kind of make this move not really useful until your life is already low. So if you want to be able to make this move a little bit more useful, since you're already taking away his combo potential anyways, you should might as well take reduce the damage that he takes in base. Make it that if he does close to 2,500 damage to Ichigo, whatever, and mind you, Bankai Ichigo takes the most damage in the game, right? So probably to another character, that damage will be like around, what, 2,000? So if he does 2,000 damage to the opponent, let him at least do like, what, 10,000 damage tops to himself. And let it scale harder the more the damage. It could scale pretty big in the beginning, the damage that he does to himself, but when the combos are longer, let it scale a little bit more harshly. That's what I feel like should happen anyways. Like, here's an example of like a full blown out combo for Grimmjow, right? And look at the damage that's happening to himself. So he does close to 8,000 damage, but remember, that's on a character that takes the most damage in the game. So to any other character, it'd probably be about around 7,500, maybe 7,000, depending on the character. And he does about almost 5,000 damage to his own self. I feel like you should minimize that. If I do a full combo like that, that damage should probably be minimized to about maybe 2,500 to himself, to 3,000 damage to himself, and he still gets the same amount of damage he's doing, maybe even a little bit more. Because it's very risky going into this mode, especially now that you took away his combo potential with his Annihilation state, right? So yeah, in his Annihilation state, this doesn't combo no more. You only get advantage. You only get advantage. So it's like you don't get nothing guaranteed if this hits. So even on counter hit, right? You don't get a combo at all. So I feel like you should bring the combo back at least for the counter hit part. When that hits, you get regular advantage, and you should be good. Cause he's still is plus right here. When he's in Annihilation, he's plus. So that's pretty good. I also feel like if you don't change nothing else, at least make it able that after he hits with a special flash attack, he's able, he gets like a little pause, like how Ohara gets it, or Okiora gets it, or Bankai Ichigo get it, where they're able to combo after the install, right? So he's only able to combo at the install off of a grab. And then he's able to do this and get the combo and whatever from there, right? But I also think it would benefit him, and he has another combo route, if he could do his flash attacks and able to go into his install super, the SP2, and able to go into his special flash into a combo. That would be good. Now, if the damage stays the same, adding something like that would kind of justify the damage. You understand? Because he's getting a little bit more extra damage as well. So the damage can stay the same, but if you do keep the damage the same, I truly recommend that you make it that he could SP2 after his flash attacks, so he could link it to a combo like this and continue it. So another change I think that should happen has to do with his Annihilation state. It has to do with his 6th skill. So he gets his armor like move that he can knock people off him, right? So that's kind of good, right? But if it's regular, he doesn't have advantage. I can't even grab. I can't backdash. And again, I'm not a fan of if a move hits and connects, you don't have advantage to keep the pressure up. I'm not a fan of that. So my change would be that if this move hits, he has advantage where he could do strike throw, mix up on you, right? He can't do anything, right? The only time he could do a strike throw mix up is if it hits as a counter hit. As you can see. If it hits as a counter hit, he get a strike throw mix up, right? I feel like this should change. And that if it hits regular hit, he gets a strike throw mix up. But if this hits counter hit, he's able to link into a combo with his quick attacks. I feel like that would be cool, and it'll make Grimmjow players really use this move more. I don't really see a lot of Grimmjow players using this move. I was probably like, not saying I'm the only Grimmjow player that does this move, but I used to utilize this move a lot sometimes. But even me as a Grimmjow player before, I didn't really use the move that much. I'll probably use it more in a situation like this. I'll do like 2 quick attacks, and if I know my opponent's going to attack, I'll do something like that. I feel like this would be good to make it that if this hits strike back, he could go into a combo from it. I think that would be really, really good, and it would definitely make him a stronger character. Even if you don't implement like a lot of the other changes I mentioned, if that's a change that you put into the next patch with Grimmjow, it would greatly help him out and make him a better character just with that change alone, right? So I feel like Annihilation, if this is counter hit, you should get a combo. I also feel like if this hits counter hit in Decimation state, you see the knockback that you get, you don't really get much off of it. The only thing you could do off of it is yellow reverse and get a combo like that. And that did a lot of damage, and that's cool and all, but there's a lot of characters in the game that can do a lot of stuff without the yellow reverse. So it'll be cool if you make it that they're in the air long enough, or that you make it that you could immediately after that hits as a counter hit, you could link into this as a combo. That would be really, really cool. And you could kind of scale the damage a little bit hard so it doesn't do that much damage. But that would be really, really dope if you can link that to a combo. So after in Decimation state, if it's 6 skill hits, you can immediately link into this to get a full combo. That would be really, really dope. So a quick rundown of all the changes I suggested. And maybe you should make it that he can backstep off of this freely, right? And then if you don't change that, make it that he could probably backstep off of 2, right? Cause he can backstep off of 3, but he can't backstep freely off of 2. So if you don't change nothing else about the character, at least change the frame data when it comes to his quick attacks. Also make it that he has advantage, and I think this should be a universal change, that he has advantage to do a strike throw mix up if his quick attack hits. Again, I'm not a fan on if a move hits and you're at a disadvantage. I'm not a fan of that. Also make it that just like how he gets a combo off a strike back on a regular special flash attack, it should be the same thing all the time. He should get a combo off of this as well. As of right now, he doesn't have a combo off of it. So I don't mind having advantage on regular hit, but he should also be able to get a combo on strike back. This should be a thing in base and in awakening. Base and awakening, he always get a combo off of a strike back when it comes to Annihilation or Decimation special flash attack. I also think if his 6 skill in Annihilation state hits, he should have advantage. He should have advantage if the 6 skill hits in Annihilation state on a regular hit, where it's strike throw, and if it's counter hit, he should be able to link into combos with his quick attacks. And then base, if this is counter hit, he should be able to link into this where he restands the opponent and he's in a plus frame situation. I also feel that Decimation state, the amount of damage you take should be reduced a little bit. Cause that's a lot of damage to take to yourself. But if you are going to keep it like this, you should at least up the damage that you do to the opponent. Because again, this combo is being done to a character that takes the most damage in the game. So that is one thing. But if you don't reduce the amount of damage that he does himself, you should make it at least that he's able to combo off of, do an SP2 after a flash attack combo, and then you're able to link just like all the other characters that have like combos like that, like Okiota, Urahara, Ichigo, so on and so forth. I do feel like that's a thing. Also, on counter hit, this should be able to link it to each other as well. So if this hits counter hit, his 6 skill and Decimation state, he should be able to link in and get a full combo as well from this move. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been a Bleach Rebirth for Souls character balance suggestion video, and this is on Grimmjow. I'm trying to think on who to do next. Hit me up in the comment section below to let me know the next character y'all would like to see balance suggestions on. I'm thinking about Tosin or Komamoru, I don't know. Or maybe I should pick a character that needs to be nerfed, like Bankai Ichigo or Stark or something like that. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section below. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes. It will definitely help out the channel, and it will also help the video being seen by Tansoft so we can get these changes done. Because it's looking like we're going to have to wait another 3 months until we're able to get another patch. So let's get this information out there to them quick as soon as possible. And yeah, but anyways, hopefully I was able to enjoy the video. If y'all was able to enjoy the video, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I have tons of content for you to enjoy. Hope all of you have a nice day. God bless. Peace.